Okay, so we finished our charts on Tuesday, right? Hopefully you guys, I would just study a little bit each night because it is a lot of information. So what we're going to do today is go over some ways to prevent us from getting zoonotic diseases. So I'm going to see how many you can name, and then we'll put them up on the board. And then we're going to go over two assignments. Two assignments that you guys already have at home. One looks like this, and the other looks like this. All right, so who can tell me one way to prevent getting a zoonotic disease? What's one, Ashley? Vaccination. Who can get vaccinated? The animal. Are there any that we can get vaccinated for? Does anyone know? There's just one, but not everybody gets vaccinated for it. I'm vaccinated for it.
Is it scratch fever?
Nope, good guess. Rabies. I'm vaccinated for rabies. So if you're gonna work in the healthcare field, that's one vaccine that as a person, you can actually get, okay? What's another way? Actually, which ones can you vaccinate for? Which diseases can you vaccinate your pets for? What's one? Yep. Lepto, very good. Lepto is one that you can vaccinate your dog for. What's another? Rabies, very good. And one more. One more that you can vaccinate the pet for. It's very, very common in this area. The whole East Coast. Yep, it is, very good. Lyme disease, Lyme disease. All right, what's another way that we can prevent getting zoonotic diseases? So far we've done vaccines, what's another? Yep.
Wearing proper PPE.
Good, what's some PPE that we can wear?
Gloves.
Gloves?
An apron.
Yep, some kind of gown or apron, or taking our scrubs off and washing them. Okay, what's one more PPE that's kind of weird? There's only one that you would have to wear this. We don't even have to wear it in here. It's an interesting critter. Some vet clinics don't even see them. Spread by fecal dust.
I think you'd have to wear a mask if you had a turtle in
You're close.
here. Or, no, bird.
Bird, very good. Good. Mask for bird. Okay, psittacosis. All right. How about glasses? When do we have to wear glasses in here? Fecal and urine, right? So why do we care about urine? What's the one disease that is spread by urine? It's all about urine. You did a research paper on it where you answered those questions. It's just in dogs. Yep.
Lepto?
Lepto, good. So we gotta wear glasses for urine because of lepto, and then we wear them for stool samples because of what two poopy zoonotic diseases. What's one?
Roundworm?
Roundworm is one. What's the other? Yep. Hookworm, good. All right, I'm racking your brains, I know, but it's just repetition. Which one affects your organs? Is it round or hook? 50-50. What's everyone else say? Organs. Is it round or hook? Round. Think most of your organs are round, right? Okay, your eyeballs are round, your liver is around at the top, okay? So then what does hookworm affect? The skin, that's the cutaneous. Okay? All right, what's another way that you can prevent yourself from getting zoonotic diseases, you or your pet? What else can we do?
Proper hygiene.
Hygiene, what do you mean by that?
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands, very good. What's another? Yep.
Cleaning up areas after you've like taken care of that animal.
Yes, so, cleaning off the table, using Chlorhex, using bleach if you have to. Good? What's another thing we can do? It's a really long list. You're not done yet.
Avoid other animals.
What do you mean?
Like, have your pets stay away from other animals.
Okay, avoiding like nose to nose contact in here. How about like stray cats coming up into your yard and your porch, right? So you could get rid of food that's attracting them. Stay away from stray animals, feral animals. Okay, what's another? Yep.
Make sure they have a clean environment.
A clean environment, yes. So that's like the turtles and salmonella. That's like the birds and the fecal dust. Good. How would that apply to dogs? Their environment. What can we do to protect them from their environment as far as cleaning is concerned?
Clean up their poop.
Clean up their poop. Clean up their poop. Good. What else?
Deworming.
Thank you. Deworming. It's a big one. Right? Deworming them once a month. Okay. Okay. So here's what I have down. PPE. Cleaning up your equipment and table. Washing your hands. Washing your hands again. Do any of you like chew your cuticles or chew your nails? Yeah. So once you start working in the vet field, you'll stop that. Because I used to chew my nails really, really bad. And then I realized like what kind of stuff I was touching. And I'd be like going, oh, chew on that nail that I love to do. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, here we are talking about hookworms and roundworms and things like that. It's a really good way to stop chewing your nails. Eating and drinking in the right places, right? That's more so for here, but you wouldn't want to eat in the sandbox if you know feral cats are in the sandbox. You know what I mean? We talked about removing clothing or like wearing an apron if we need to. Restraining, which one is that for? It could really be two. Which two would we really have to restrain the animal properly so that we're not hurt? The assistant's gonna restrain, but who are we scared of? What two diseases are we scared of? Like, who cares if they aren't restrained properly? Cat scratch fever and rabies. Very good. And then it says about first aid kits. Okay. That's it for zoonoses. Okay. Now I know that it is a lot of information. Okay. And so I try to do some activities that are very repetitive for you. Okay. So we've done journal articles, right? We've looked at some data to kind of try to get you thinking about the very possible consequences of these diseases. And now we're going to do two activities that you're actually going to present to the entire class. Okay? One is, I'll start with this one. One is this half sheet of paper. Actually, I have it on the board, I forgot that. See, I plan ahead and then I forget that I planned ahead. Funny how that works, right? Okay, that's this one. So, you are all going to make up a story okay? And for this story, you are just gonna write chicken scratch notes. You don't even have to turn it in. I'm just gonna grade you as you present it, okay? So you don't have to turn anything in for it. But on a piece of paper, I don't care if you write it on the back of your half sheet or on loose leaf paper, you're gonna make a story. You're gonna read that story to the class, and the class has to decide what your pet and you have, okay? So we're gonna be the vets. We're gonna diagnose what zoonotic disease you have. So I'm gonna assign you a zoonotic disease. I kind of spread it all out between you and the folks at home. You're gonna have a dog or a cat. It depends on what disease you have, probably. So they need a name, and your owner needs a name. You can be funny, be creative. And then you're gonna tell us a story. And that story is gonna include some sort of backstory, some sort of history on how your pet could have acquired one of these diseases, okay? So if we were talking about Lyme disease, if that was your assigned disease, what could be your backstory? How did that dog get Lyme disease? How did they get it? They were in the woods, right? Maybe you went hiking. You don't even have to say, my dog was in the woods and I found a deer tick on it. You'd be like, I went hiking with my dog at Caledonia. That's it. Okay, you don't want to be too easy. You want to make it a little bit challenging. So there's your backstory. But then we need to say some of the symptoms. So what kind of symptoms would that dog have? What's one of the big symptoms for Lyme disease in your dog? You can look at your shirts. What is it? Shifting leg lameness. So don't say, my dog had shifting leg lameness. Say, ooh, on Monday, Bobby was sore on his left front leg. And then the next day, it seemed like he was holding up his back leg. So be a little bit vague, okay? But then, you have to get it too. Your person has to get it. So how could you get it? You could just say something like, Bobby sure does love sleeping in my bed with me. So there's the chance for the tick to crawl off the dog and onto you, right? You didn't have to say, I got bit by a tick. But now you're gonna have symptoms, okay? So a while later, I had this weird rash. It almost looked like the Target sign, right? Bullseye rash, okay. The end. What disease do I have? You're gonna ask the class and they're gonna say Lyme disease if they got it right, okay? Now, when they tell you the right disease, now you have to quiz your classmates. Say, okay, now that you know that I'm talking about Lyme disease, what is the causative agent? And they're gonna say, deer ticks. And what bacteria does the deer tick carry? Right in your chart. Very good. Yep. Very good, yeah. Borrelia burgdorferi. So you're going to make them tell you that, okay? Then you're going to say, how did they diagnose that? So how do you diagnose Lyme disease? Blood work, okay? So make them tell you that. And then you're going to discuss with the class, okay, guys, how could myself and my dog have prevented this disease? So you can guide them in answering. There's a whole list for that one, right? The whole 18 hours, the hygiene, the grooming, the vaccine for the dog. So you're going to want to know all that information so that you can pry that out of your classmates. Good? Okay. So for this assignment, Rebecca has roundworm, Emma has cat scratch fever. Keyshawn has hookworm. Ashley, scabies. Aaliyah has ringworm. And Hannah has Rocky Mountain fever. Okay, what questions do you have on that one? Nothing? All right. The next one is we're gonna make a little like walk through. And so you're gonna make me something. It could be like a little 8x11 piece of paper that you have this information on. If you think those triangles back there that they're making for the syringes are kind of cool, like I can help you make a triangle. You can do like open up a folder and kind of make a tent, but it's almost going to be like the science fair, you know, where you like walk around and you take a look at things, right? That's what this is all about. So this is another way for you guys to review these diseases and for your classmates to get to see them again, okay? So for this one, you can see I've left out the easy ones. Like psittacosis, all you have to say is bird and we already know what it is. For toxo, all you have to say is pregnant and they're like, oh, that's toxo. So I don't, and salmonella, reptile, like I don't do the easy ones. Rabies, same thing. So for this one, you're gonna make some sort of, I call it a poster, but again, I don't care how you make it. You're going to go over basically your row on your chart, okay? But you're gonna give cool pictures, talking more about cleaning and disinfecting, so you'll have to do a little bit more research. Like ringworm, I told you it's like bleach, 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 right? And lepto, I told you bleach, bleach, bleach. So for this one, you'll write on there somewhere, what is it caused by, transmission, symptoms, how is it diagnosed? So instead of saying blood work, which you're absolutely right for Lyme disease, I want you to dig a little bit more into that. So it's actually the 4DX SNAP test that takes 3 drops of blood in 10 minutes. Okay, so you're gonna do a little bit of research with it. You're gonna go more into detail. Species affected, you might find more animals than just dogs and cats, okay? Restraint and handling / PPE. So some of that would be like more talking about gloves and glasses or the mask for psittacosis. But then if you have cat scratch fever, it's more about restraining, right? It's more about maybe you have to wear gloves or something like that. Cleaning and disinfecting, we already talked about. And then you can put cool, gross pictures. Whatever you want, don't hold back, okay? All right, so for this one, I'm actually gonna change one really quick. All right, so here's the list for this poster. Rebecca, you have scabies. Emma, you have hookworm. Keyshawn has roundworm. Ashley, ringworm. Aaliyah, lepto. And Hannah, cat scratch fever. So we're gonna work on this today, and then you're gonna work on it the start of next week too. So I'll put out a due date for that.